Copywriting is one of the most, if not the most important skills in marketing and honestly, all of business. So today we're going to cover everything you need to know about how to get started, how to get good at actually writing copy, and then how to scale your copywriting with AI. So let's just jump right into it. So copywriting basics and how to use AI. First, let's cover why copywriting matters. So it is the mechanism for every valuable action. So in the age of AI, everybody thinks, okay, copywriting is worth less. Good copywriters are, just AI writers, so there's no point of hiring anybody. But one thing that you can only provide is taste, and taste is the moat. AI made good-looking copy free, but converting copy is now more valuable than ever, and knowing the difference is actual skill. Copy makes people act. It is the mechanism turning attention into revenue, and most measurable creative skill is copywriting. So design is subjective and sometimes can be good and bad, and so is copywriting. But in general, if you apply correct principles, it will show data. Then based on the data, you can iterate and then ultimately make revenue directly just by having people to read your stuff, whether it's ad, whether it's blog page, whether it's your landing page, your social media post. You can make people feel a certain way and then obviously turn those emotions into desires, and then those desires into conversions. So that is why copywriting, and I'm putting such a big emphasis on copywriting and why you need to get good. Uh, Copywriting is super important because it compounds across everything you write. You write one thing, then you can use it as a benchmark or as a foundation for the next thing, and so on and so on. Especially in terms of success, you get people engaged, and the more you have them engaged, the more they'll come back and read your stuff, and then obviously, hopefully, make purchases with your brand, your business, and so on. Um, with the prompting, with the AI side, you will put sharper inputs, and then obviously you'll get better outputs. But for those inputs to be good, you have to actually go through a few bad ones, definitely. Then comes the offer. You have to frame value correctly and clearly. If you are get too confused about your value, your customers get confused, and if you overcomplicate, things will not go according to plan. Outreach, again, copywriting super important. Cold emails that get replies is the cheapest way to acquire customers, or one of the cheapest ways, definitely. LinkedIn and other social media make people stop scrolling and start actually consuming your content. And landing pages, every line needs to earn its place. You write something, and we'll go through the process a bit later, but every time you write something, then you have to review it, and you have to make sure every single line feels like it belongs there, and it's actually buying readers' time for the next line and for the line after. So you can't afford any fluff. So that's why copywriting matters. And there have been amazing copywriters throughout the years, and basically throughout the last 100 years, let's say, some amazing copywriters and psychologists who have kind of figured out what works and what doesn't in getting people engaged with your content. I want to just tell you what you need to do every single day, and then after it becomes tasking, it becomes boring. You still need to push through it until you have at least a good foundation. And even then, you should always keep writing and keep writing, keep iterating, keep researching, and so on. So I want to encourage you to do daily practice blocks, 60 to 90-minute ritual. Honestly, this can be well into 3, 4, 5, 6 hours if you have the energy to do so. But let's say 90 minutes at least should be a good starting point. And then piece it up. 10 minutes should be a warm-up. You read one great piece slowly. If it's an ad, pull up meta ad library. Just go through all the ads that are performing well, that have been performing for a few months now. And just whenever you even scroll, if you see a good ad that got you engaged, take it, screenshot it, put it in your bank, on the file, and then learn from those of winning ads, blogs, social media posts. So at first, like for the first 10 minutes, read and take in, even for the posts that seem bad, take in why did it make, what copy and what copy issue does this post have, so you don't make it. Copy work. This is again, maybe in the age of AIs will seem a bit redundant, but hand copy, or write your copy with the hand. You can skip it if you want to, if you're really against it, but if you write by hand, you'll get better feel, and there's no, you're more engaged. There's no distractions. It's just you, pen and paper, and make sure to do this practice until it becomes like a habit of yours, and it will produce certain results. In this stage, just write. It doesn't even matter like if you're making mistakes or not. We'll fix that later. But just write. Use your hand, pen and paper, and just write until you get out everything that you have accumulated over the day or over the week. That's actually the main stage. So real work. Draft the key lines yourself. We are still not using AI. And then ship and measure. Use Copy King and Humanizer, then publish. We'll talk more about Copy King and Humanizer in a minute. Rules are one variable per lesson. Keep a copy log. Same time every day. Ship even when it's rough. This same time every day can make sure that you're consistent and you're always in the same state of mind when you are doing your writing. I've actually taken this lesson from another let's say influencer in the space, and yeah, I liked it, so I try to do it every single day myself. Okay, so when it comes to build a swipe file. I guess in the industry, this would we call it swipe file, but that's actually just a database of everything that you feel and know is working. If it's an ad, you screenshot it or write it down and have it in that file. If it's a D2C page, like a supplement advertorial page, just save the link and have it in your file. B2B SaaS comparison pages, for example, if emails, the ones you didn't delete, so that means they obviously were valuable enough to make you read them. So make sure to file them, to save them in this swipe file. We will use it to train AI later. And I skipped here Halbert, classic ads and letters. Also, we'll cover this in a second a bit more, because this is one of the actually most important things in this lesson. Sorry. So Halbert's hand-on process. Gary Halbert was one of the, if not the greatest copywriters of all time. He is basically a legend in the industry and one of the founders of the principles that we use till this day. Not only here at FlyRank, but throughout the world, companies and marketers are using Gary Halbert's letter and his teachings to improve their own copywriting. This is how it looks. You can just find it here under the GaryHalbertLetter.com. In the internship portal, you have it under resources as well. So yeah, you can just read through there's I think 6 or 7 pages. Just read through this letter and then act upon this letter. It will change your copywriting 100%, and it will make you a much better copywriter than some folks who have even had some industry experience but have never acted upon proven principles. Rather, they were just writing on a feeling, which is sometimes good, but in most cases it's not. What looks pretty does not necessarily mean that it will work. So here's the process, and I'll cover it from the letter, but I still encourage you to read it. There are like 7 steps. First, read the classics. You have them written down here, but like Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins, Robert Collier, Letter Book, Tested Advertising Methods, and so on and so on. Read these classics. Once you read them, then don't do anything else. Don't read anything else. Don't write down the notes. Just read them. Just get that initial knowledge, those initial thoughts, and get your mind working in terms of copywriting. position yourself in a mood that you just want to produce. You just want to produce content. The second step is hand copy winners. Find winners, like I said before, like in the swipe file that you have, all those winning ads in your industry, in your niche, all those winning best performing blogs, all those landing pages that you know are converting well. Have those winners in the swipe file, and then write them down, word for word. Sometimes you can write even like copy paste them basically on the piece of paper until you get in the right state of mind for writing. And then build a card system. Use a Claude project as your shootbox. We'll cover that in a second. Then you should do research. Again, in the resources in the internship portal, you have the files for and the prompts for research, for market research. Make sure to do your research. Of course, you can fully delegate to AI. AI does a wonderful job researching. It will save up much of your time. Then once you do a lot of research, you read it through the research, through what AI has given you, do a bit of research yourself, and then once you do it, then incubate. That means just step away, rest for a bit, hour or two, even a day sometimes, but I encourage you to still remain within the same time frame. A rest for like half an hour or so, just let it incubate and kind of marinate in your mind. And once you sit down to write fast. No grammar mistakes, no proofreading whatsoever. Just write down. Whatever happens, happens. That is your place to be creative. And you'll quickly realize how capable your mind is to write really, really good stuff. Restructure. Okay, so for the restructure, I have brought it down here. So what restructure means, and that is according to Halbert's 7-part flow, is first structure it, or whatever you have written down freely, now structure it into these 7 steps. First one is attention. You have to stop the scroll, stop the, I mean, let's be real, like most people are on their phone just scrolling, so stop the scroll. Make it their problem. Just tell them why they should care. Then credibility, why they should listen to you in the first place. Proof, again, the same thing. Why they should listen to you. Here's proof of what we've done. Then benefits, what they will get if they sign up with you. How to order, or how to make, how to become a customer to you. How help them realize how to get that particular benefit from you, and then make sure to have them order by just putting a button or something super simple. Make the ask of conversion. This is, again, sometimes is for different stages of buyer's journey. It changes, but use your common sense, of course. But yeah, this is the 7-step process in the restructure phase. And the 7th step is polish for reading ease. Rhythm, verbs, cut all the fat. Every single line has to earn its place, and it's buying viewers' attention for the next line. So then it's polishing stage, and you don't even have to over polish. Make sure you keep it simple. Sometimes you want to keep it friendly and human written as well. So yeah, do that. Before we move on into how to use AI, I just want to highlight how data can be your teacher about what works and what doesn't. And if you don't have like a senior person next to you telling you this should be done this way or you should fix this, then data will be your best teacher. Data feeds it into AI, then AI can consume the data and make conclusions and become the teacher that you need. You'll have to write first in order for this to work. Write blog posts, write ads, write emails, and see what are the, in blog, for blogs, it means engagement rate, bounce rate, scroll depth, impressions, and click-through rate. You will see, if you don't know what these are, just Google them, and everything is available in the free Google Search Console and Google Analytics tools. For ads, it's hook rate. CTR, CPC, CVR, ROAS, all of these things will tell you whether you did a good job or not. For email, it's open rate, click rate, reply rate. There are a few other metrics, but these are the main ones. And for socials, impressions, dwell reach, comments and saves, and profile clicks, and again, many more, but these are the main metrics. feed them into AI, tell them, okay, what did I do wrong? And it will quickly tell you. For example, if it's in email, if the open rate is low, it's if your deliverability is good, then the open rate means your subject line is poor. So people don't even get to read your actual email because your initial subject line was poor. So you have to fix your open rate. If it's click rate, obviously that means your body text wasn't that good, where your email wasn't that engaging, so people weren't clicking. And reply rate, obviously the offer or something within the offer wasn't just clicking with them, so you have to figure out what and how to get these people to reply to you. But again, data should be your teacher. And now the most important part, how to use AI. Or maybe I should tell not the most important part, but the part I'm sure many of you are waiting to hear. Some things can be delegated 100%. That is research and scale, let's say, but you will still write the main meat, the main quality of the copy. AI researchers, AI critiques, AI scales, but you write the lines. So the four move workflow. First one is build. Set up your AI copy king. I call it copy king because it has that nice alteration, but it sounds good. But you want to, feel free to name it whatever you feel like naming it. But it will be your Claude project or any other tool, but it will be one. I don't want to say chat, but it will be one folder where you will keep all of your copy, research, materials, uh, and everything else. So the second step, once you build it, is feed it with context for tone and voice that you want to use, winning ads and winning blogs and winning copy that you have found from competitors, from other people out there, and that you like and that you know is winning. Feed it in there. Feed it with as much context information as possible. Give it as much data as possible into this project. Then write daily, like we mentioned before, in these writing blocks where you don't do anything else, you're just focusing on writing. Use copy, your project copy king, and then use humanizer skill in Claude to make sure the copy gets humanized. Again, this is a humanizer for a lot of you who are going to be using this. I suggest don't even, you don't even have to use humanizer at all at any stage. You should be reliant on yourself to make decisions what makes the copy human or not. But again, I put it in here, and if you don't know what the humanizer skill is, you can find it in the resources in the internship portal. And the fourth step is learn, let data tell you what works, and we have already covered that. So create a Claude project per niche, load 5 to 10 proven winners. You can add more. Tone voice, ICP, offer details, brand voice, info about your business. Write instructions as critic, not writer. Run through humanizer before publishing. Again, optional, but definitely the copy should sound human. And set up the tracking for, if it's your website, GA4, Search Console, any other tracking. Feed that data into this general copywriting project that you have, and it will give you conclusions and tell you what works and what doesn't. Where AI belongs is research and briefing, fully delegate. Market scans, competitor teardowns, audience research, outlines, just let it flow, and then you'll learn from it. Critique, feed it your draft. It can definitely critique your copywriting. What I should say is take this with a grain of salt, because AI does not know what will convert. Only your data will know. So take it with take it into account what the AI says. But yeah, definitely you can use it for that. But for drafting, you write the hooks, you write the claims, you write the CTA. AI is the connective tissue. And final pass is always humanizer. I should say always, but optional humanizer. You are the human, you are the one who humanizes. So you can use humanizer skill, definitely, but you make the final decisions. Okay, so for our interns, we have an assignment. One angle, 5 channels. So pick a FlyRank product, or not I should say, just use FlyRank. Find the sharpest angle, rewrite into 5 ways. So pick a headline or product description, angle, find the sharpest angle, rewrite 5 channels, 1 angle, use Claude for variations, and then hand in a document, a Google Docs, for example, is fine, and upload it into your portal. Uh, the point of this assignment is not only obviously to help us, that would be amazing, but to kind of see what's the process for a company like FlyRank. And it is our company is basically AI, SaaS, both platform and an agency part. We cover a lot of different niches, so you'll see that in our example, there's so many things to do and so many things to be careful of. So, and if you have, I'm sure that we haven't done everything. So if you find an angle that we haven't, that's amazing. And yeah, I thank you for it, and it will be definitely noted. The 5 channels: sales landing page, long form, use Halbert flow, then meta ad, hook, one benefit, CTA, Google display ad. Uh, this one is again, something underutilized by FlyRank, definitely. Cold outreach, first line earns the reply, so subject lines and the initial text in the in cold emails, and then LinkedIn post, stop the scroll, speak like a person. We mostly post from Alan's profile because he is the CEO and a thought leader, definitely. As far as the resources go, we have covered Gary Halbert's hands-on experience. Anything you can find from Gary Halbert, I encourage you to find and consume. But read the letter, read those books that he mentions, and yeah, you'll definitely have more than enough initial knowledge that to start creating an amazing copy. And meta ad library, I mentioned it before. Use meta ad library to find what everybody else is doing. If it's on there, it doesn't mean it's a winner, but you can use filters and ask AI how to help you determine how to use these filters to find what are the winners. So which ads have been performing for a long period of time, and that means obviously these companies are ready to spend on those ads because they are making money. There's a return on the ad spend. So those are the resources. Anything else, you of course feel free to send any questions to my LinkedIn, Adel Rovchanin, and or to my email, adel@flyrank.com. And yeah, happy to of course answer any inquiries. Thank you so much. That will be all for today. And yeah, hope you have an amazing rest of the week. Okay, take care. Bye bye.